Well, how's it going, Kingsmen? We are back with more NTW3 content. I know it's been a minute once again, man. It's the constant trend of my life. I've gotten sick once again. It's like my immune system is trying to kill me this winter. But we're back. More clan battles between the Rheinbund and Templar clan. And it's a good thing I wasn't recording when I first started this battle, because I was just nerding out on all the beautiful cores here. This is the 5th Coalition Österreich 1809 cores. And man, do they just look so awesome. I mean, look at these dudes. Look at these beautiful formations and infantry, like probably the best uniforms the French had to offer, in my opinion, this time frame by far. And the Lord's community modded this beautiful. Look, even the backpacks, guys. Just, and let me not even let me nerd out a little bit more here. The Laguerre and your Grenadiers. The Grenadiers are just beautiful. Of course, you also have Dragoons that look just epic. There's all the French line of infantry, and not only that, guys, but we have a Württemberg on the field with, you know how I feel about Württemberg. Very, very gorgeous looking uniforms. Some of the best light infantry I've ever played with, in my opinion. And it's on the field with this French corps. And then, of course, you also have Saxony. Now, this is Bernadotte, yes, but Saxon troops, Saxon cavalry, the Garde du Corps, such legendary cavalry. Guys, this is also not only that, but this has got to have some of the most close kills on each side. Like, both sides were so equal that I was like, well, how did one win over the other? Like, it had to be a morale thing at the end, because both seemed to exchange almost equal amounts of kills, which obviously we will see at the very end of this very intense battle. This is on Egypt 3. And don't worry, I've nerded out enough. I'm going to go over the points on both sides here. So on the French side, you have the 6-point Württemberg, Vendôme. You have the 11-point Eugen, very large army, huge, massive faction here. 10-point Messina. And then, of course, you have Bernadotte's 7-pointer. On the other side here, excuse me as I keep clearing my throat here. Oh, artillery already hitting them. You have a 7-point Hope, a 10-point Hiller, 6-point Ludwig, and 11-point Liechtenstein. Very good cores on both sides. It's going to make for a very interesting battle, especially if you consider the terrain's pretty even here. Not a lot of trees to mess up things. Artillery is going to have pretty free reign. And, I mean, Liechtenstein, Hiller, such potent cores that the Austrians bring. They had some, they were on their A game during this time period, I swear, because they had some really good units. Very good cores put together. Now, obviously, right now, we're just seeing a lot of scouting. Liechtenstein could have brought a Grenadier build, or a heavy cab build, or a mixture of both. This kind of looks like Liechtenstein. The potential to be Liechtenstein here. Obviously, we know this is the 7-point Hope pushing up. And that means we have a Hiller and Ludwig on the left side. But obviously, guys, we don't know who's who truly with the Austrians. You never truly know, unless you're really good at knowing this course, which I'm not. And I don't have the time to research them enough. But that's okay. It's okay. Who cares? We're watching a beautiful battle. Very cinematic. Man, every time I see battles like this, I want to start doing more cinematic videos of them, but they take so much time. But they're so worth it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Now, we are, excuse me if I keep clearing my throat in your guys' ear. I'm trying to mute my mic when I do that. But we have the French kind of setting up here. You have Eugen taking the left flank, Messina kind of taking the right flank and center for now. Of course, Bernadotte and Vendôme will be pushing up. Bernadotte may become a reserve line. Saxon troops, not super legendary for their skill in fighting. Oh, there's an Austrian army over here. My apologies. So already France and Austria, man, they're getting into it real early here. Light infantry pouring in some volleys. Austria kind of firing back with some of their infantry. I would guess this was a 6-pointer. I would guess this is a 6-pointer. But I think the French are kind of shifting over. Oh, that looks like a reinforcing Austrian army. Look at all the troops. And you have the UK If Austrians right here, and then the Austrians in the foreground. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was Liechtenstein. Okay, I was right. I saw the Grenadier column. Liechtenstein has been killed minutes into this battle. Rip that general. That is a huge blow, as he was a very high star general, and he has been killed before his men even got into action. Now, the UK are still pushing forward here. Love seeing these nice thick units. The artillery is just battering this UK line as it advances, and that's going to be a tough ticket for the UK to have to face. Obviously, you have Eugen set up his artillery. 12 pounders at this range is going to become very, very fatal to these UK lines. You can see the general getting shot by infantry, or just some stray bullets sliding through the units, or not slide, flying. Alright guys, sorry, we're back. It crashed, man, so early on. At least it was early, not later in the battle. But yeah, we have this UK advance going straight into the artillery and infantry of the French. The French are still trying to form up here. The right side is getting pushed by Austria. Obviously, Massena is trying to shift troops over to maybe try to stop that push, or at least maybe make it a counterattack. Obviously, Austria seems very content to push directly into the French lines here. You can see the cavalry and infantry from Bernadotte and from Massena trying their best to maybe hold this LOC to a certain extent. This battle is getting into full contact here. The artillery just hitting Hope's lines with a ferocity. It's going to start telling after a couple minutes here between the infantry and artillery. Already you can see there are several dead Englishmen on the field. They have obviously killed some of the French, but I mean, France has such good artillery positions. They're going to go canister here. My prediction. They should turn the artillery to face this. It's really concerning. This is kind of a weak point. Now they have Massena pushing up some infantry to kind of, you know... Oh, this is going to be brutal. This is going to be brutal. Canister is going to shred through this line like no one's business. It'll not take long. Now, maybe the UK can get... Oh, my gosh, dude. Took out the flag bearer and the No, the officer's still alive. We'll see if they can counter. We will see. Over here, though, the UK definitely have gotten fully engaged without really a lot of reinforcements yet. I'm kind of surprised they're taking this fight so early on. Now, we do have artillery and cavalry pushing up on the flank here. Massena's pulling back that line. Probably to not get totally outflanked. He may need kind of reinforcements, maybe from Bernadotte. The Württemberg have not gotten into position yet. Here, a charge. Looks like Liechtenstein's general staff went in for the artillery piece. That's hilarious. They have nothing else they can do. The general has died. But they're going to push up. We have Liechtenstein's army forming up here. A lot of grenadiers. This could be a very concerning attack being formulated by the coalition. They're gonna have to watch out for this. Artillery's looks like it's gonna try to get back on the guns, but France actually is getting a little chewed up in this line fight so far. Over here, things seem to be going well. Artillery, skirmishers, infantry doing well, but you can see, oh, we have a cav charge. Now they're gonna form a square. As the horses to rear as a square with fixed bayonets. A tough ticket for any cav. But man, look at this flank. Now obviously the French do have reserves they can throw forward, but we have a grenadier column forming up. This is where French cavalry is going to be super crucial. First line's forming up here. France needs to shift reserves immediately. Artillery still firing. You see the artillery's telling on this section of the line, going against some Highlanders. And Austria has pushed up quite a bit on the flank. Massena seems to be footing that attack very well for the time being. The canister is starting to really hurt this line here. This poor UK unit is getting just absolutely demolished. You can see the dead from the line fight they've had. Liechtenstein's troops forming up. They're going to start telling on this flank. In fact, we got a grenadier charge going in. As Austria is going to start trying to take this in a melee with as many grenadiers as they have. Cavalry in support as well. This is going to become a concerning flank. Now, they do have reserves from Eugen. Massena needs to pull back those lines and get their cavalry engaged. Bernadotte does have Garde du Corps pushing forward. Nothing happening over here yet. You see the UK actually starting to really lose big on this right flank. Their units are going to slowly start getting knocked off by, oh my gosh, the artillery. I'm surprised they're still attacking here. Pulling back and swinging around this side may be huge for them. The Grenadiers do get some work in. You can see more from Austria over on the flank. France standing their ground as best they can. Bernadotte's men getting just absolutely bullied here. Cavalry's going to need to get engaged pretty quick to hold this line. Look at this, though. More troops being rushed to the flank. And it looks like they're going to put their skirmishers forward here. Kind of trying to screen out the UK. I still say the French are in a good position. They have reserves. Granted, of course, they are getting shot up here. Eugen's troops are going to lose. Nice bayonet charge. They had a nice counter volley against the Grens.
Our men are running.
Look at that. Sir gets a nice kill. Even the flag bearer does. And, yep, this line's starting to break. All right, the Austrians are making some headway here using Liechtenstein. Even with the general dead, they are still making progress here. Hope has taken quite the brunt of this artillery barrage. It is, man, brutal. Absolutely brutal. They are going to start pushing up, though, as Austria starts to make their advance. France still has plenty of lines. That's so beautiful looking. Just absolutely awesome. French are going to pull back. They have skirmishers still set up. They have lost one of their gun batteries, obviously. They still have more, though. Hiller, guys, just now starting to make his appearance. Looks like Vendem is going to be pushing the flank, though. We'll see how that formulates in the long run. His army's quite off to the flank. Oh, wow. Bernadotte charging in, trying to stop this Austrian attack. The left flank is kind of not been paying attention to as much. But it's been kind of just a nice little line fight. Not a whole lot happening. Obviously, Bernadotte has been taking some losses here. And Austria has been totally fine with being super aggressive here. They're going to break. But cavalry now going to charge in. Bernadotte has some chevaliers who are going to counter. As this, oh my gosh, what a beautiful charge against Bernadotte. Massena does have those reserves. He's going to have to throw forward here. As the heavy cavalry is now creating all sorts of carnage in the lines. We have some more Austrian lines going in for the bayonet. Cavalry, chasseurs cheval, and infantry. Oh, they form a square. That's unfortunate. You can see Bernadotte is taking heavy casualties here. Even the Grenadier Assault Column has been pushing forward here. Not even going for melee that much. They're mostly just volleying up. And Bernadotte has some very small units. They can just focus down by some insane firepower from Austria. We do have a light infantry company pushing forward here. We do have cavalry from Austria going to try to support this left flank. Infantry rushing over to that side as well. The center has calmed down a tiny bit, but there's cavalry poised for another charge. That's why Massena has his units formed up. Cavalry seems to be focusing down this side as well. Hiller is here, but he should... I'm assuming it's Hiller. I'm surprised he's not trying to push into this flank. There's artillery here, but... Hope he's going to start breaking here. He's been fighting since the beginning of this battle. You do have Van Dam pushing the flank as well. And there we go. See, they're starting to break. The UK not going to last too much longer. Cavalry charging in to the Grenadiers. It does look like this assault is being called off. The counter by Massena, obviously mostly light infantry. They don't want to, you know, go up against some French cavalry on their own, as obviously most of the French cav is being very much used in this center. Hope has almost entirely broken, though, on the flank. We do have Württemberg making a pretty... It may seem small, but it's actually a pretty significant push. Man, why is Hiller taking this? Or why is Austria, I should say. I don't know if that's Hiller for sure. But why are they taking this? They've been sitting in front of these guns this entire time. Someone has. The UK or Austrians have. And it's crazy. Another cav charge here. More of the infantry. No, not the infantries. My apologies. Just some regular dragoons. They hit another square. Very cinematic looking battle, guys. Very, very awesome. Like Bernadotte does have an artillery piece set up for the defense. Coalition seem totally fine sitting in front of artillery. But I mean, Liechtenstein's pushing in quite a bit, and the artillery has been set up here. Clear line of fire. Well placed. The Imperial's artillery has been doing some real good work for them. It's the only thing that seems to be saving their army at this point. Pope is pushing his probably tired troops and letting the Austrians take most of the fighting for now. We do have a huge cav charge going in on the Austrian line. Probably some very tired Grenadiers who will break. Gotta watch out for that Austrian cav charge to counter. Looks like there is a Eugen is formulating a bit of a counter attack.
Our men are running.
Square gets formed, catching those cuirassiers. Bernadotte actually seems to be pushing forward a little bit here in the center. And the guard. Some cuirassiers charging. They do have a square here. More cuirassiers just kind of being defensive at this point in time. Ooh, actually looks like we may have some action happening over here. Yes, we do. Some Grenadiers charging the Austrian line. Artillery gets saved. Looks like Austria did try to charge in and break that artillery position. And now the Grenadiers have a chance to get into this Austrian line. Maybe get some work, slow them down on their advance. Now, for all I know, guys, this could be Hiller on this left flank. I was saying Hiller earlier, but that's possibly the 6-pointer too. Who knows? With how strong of an attack this is, this easily could be Hiller. Who knows? I certainly don't. Quite a vicious battle, though. I love these core battles. Some very, very good plays. Not a roll at all, usually. For the most part, they're pretty intense. Oh, another bayonet charge going in on the Austrian line. So France really putting the pressure on the center. Doing as best they can to not let up on this attack. More cavalry charging in against the Austrians. Square getting formed. It looks like the counter attack from Austria being defended by Bernadotte's heavy cavalry. There's some infantry supporting them as well. But they're running a little bit low on manpower on this flank. So much cavalry, guys, going back and forth. Austria charging in again with more heavy cav. It's probably tired at this point. If I were to guess, it is definitely tired. Oh, I totally missed this side, didn't I? Looks like Württemberg definitely took out some artillery, but they are getting run down by cavalry. Artillery of their own, though, is going to start helping out on this flank, and they even have pitched in a little bit on the flank. As France is starting to run low on troops, this is what I was saying earlier, guys. The kills and losses are so equal that it had to be intensely close. Looks like some grenadiers from Saxony holding. Oh, they do break. Massena's line is looking a little bit shaky. He does have a right flank still with those light infantry and then some lines ranging all the way to that LOC.
Our men are running first.
And the lines of both sides are quite depleted looking now. And the artillery, guys, this French artillery is still firing. You can see they've routed more of the coalition's lines. They still have some cavalry too. They still have quite a bit of cavalry. Maybe it's about to get charged. I don't see that happening just yet. As more cavalry defending the artillery so they can keep up the fire. The cavalry that is still alive from the Imperials is doing some really good work here, but unfortunately it may break. I believe that was a square formed as well. Yep, there we go. It breaks. This may be the end of this brave artillery piece. My goodness. All right, the lines are very much clearly being rewritten a little bit here. You have Württemberg making some real progress on this left flank. They're just chipping away using the light infantry to just obliterate the Austrians' line. They are being forced to fold their line back. This flank, France actually relocating that right flank, probably to resupport their center line. You have the artillery crew rushing themselves off the guns. The Chasseur Cheval countercharging.
Our men are running first.
Goodness, the slaughter, the death. This map makes it so much more obvious to be able to see how many men are actually truly dead. Yeah, Württemberg's still pushing that flank. Things seem to be simmering down just a little bit.
The men are fatigued, sir.
Honestly, guys, the coalition seem to be doing quite well still. They still have a line. Like, this center is looking pretty shaky. The center does have a small reserve. But look at these thick Austrian units. Yeah, the French are folding in that center. I mean, they do have artillery still. Württemberg still has artillery. I think that may help them. They could win this just by artillery alone. We will see in a second. This artillery is going to set up 8-pounders. France pulling back to let their guns fire. Oh no, Austria is going for the guns. We'll see if they do make it.
Our men are running for it.
Oh, they get him. They're gonna run back. Are they going for a general? Nope. Oh, they're going for skirmishers. We do have France pushing forward some of their units as well. They're not gonna make it. This cavalry's gonna get themselves out of there, having sniped some artillery. Probably not gonna be worth it for them to take on that infantry or that cavalry. We do have artillery still firing, guys. As long as they keep firing, they're still got a chance. Oh, looks, oh my goodness, missed it. We have some lines charging. Looks like the French are using their cavalry to force infantry into square. We still got cavalry, though, from Austria. Probably trying to rest it up. It's probably exhausted from all this fighting. Those lines do hold. You have Bernadotte pushing his own general staff up. Ooh, getting some friendly fire, or not friendly fire, but stray bullets. Even Massena's over here on this flank, trying to rally the troops. Austria's almost driven a wedge between the two lines. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments if you think who's going to win at this point in time. You know, with 32 minutes remaining, I'm not calling either side. Although I feel like maybe the French will win just because their artillery can do so much damage. They can keep falling back. They do still have cavalry that's fresh. We may actually see that working. Now we do have cavalry charging in against Massena's lines, but also... Oh, that's gonna... Man. Maybe the coalition are gonna win. I don't know. Like I said, guys, Württemberg doing an amazing job. They could destroy this entire flank, and that would shift the balance maybe back into the French favor. So Chasseurs-Cheval look like trying to break up this Austrian cavalry. Got some dragoons trying to go for the Austrian cav. They run into infantry.
Our men are running for it.
And that causes them to break, unfortunately. Yeah, look at this, guys. They are just shredding up this Austrian line, one infantry at a time. They've already broken 3. Austria's in a bit of a sticky situation here. That's going to be a tough one. Those fresh troops may actually help save the day here. At the same time, on the flank, bit of a tough one. Now, of course, you got to remember, guys, 30 minutes. Now, there's a lot of French LOCs. Doesn't mean anything, though. There's 30 minutes remaining. The coalition can definitely go to those LOCs and seize them still. So it's still pretty early in the game for this. But I would say the coalition are going to lose on this side. So it just depends on how they do on this left side. And Massena's being very, very smart with how he's playing. He keeps pulling back. He's not taking an engagement long enough for the Austrians to make a decisive win. And you can see the Austrians are starting to just die here. These guys are about a mass rout. All 3 of them are going to break at once. Maybe one of them won't, but... And if this unit is definitely not going to get this artillery piece. These infantry are going to sacrifice themselves. They're going to shoot a volley of canister, and boom, already. That's not going to... They're going to break. But we have more cavalry, but they will get met by Chasseurs-Cheval and infantry. I would expect Here we go, guys. The flank is holding. I'm starting to lean towards the French winning on this battle. Oh, did I say who was who? The coalition is the Templars, and the Imperials are the Rhinebund. My apologies. I realized I didn't even say which clans are fighting. I'm sorry. Rhinebund versus Templar. Rhinebund being the French, Templar being the coalition. Got some cavalry, gonna try to run down some of the UK. They will be able to form square usually. We're gonna run past them and try to go for something else. Oh my gosh, Austria's artillery. Instant death. Let's see if Austria turns around and shoots. Ooh. That was death for them. But they did get the artillery. That's a huge. Oh my gosh. Did France pull them into a trap? I guess we will see in a moment. Austria is starting to fold a little bit. France is taking some losses here, but Austria maybe as well. Now, Austria is still pushing quite aggressively here and does seem to be winning this fight thus far. So we have some cuirassiers in the back line taking on some chasseurs cheval. And now flanking charge. Man, why are they rallying? Oh, they're very tired, that's why. These guys probably going to break pretty soon here. Now they're going to probably try to charge in against these exhausted and wavering chasseurs cheval. There's infantry nearby, so this could be anyone's game. The Austrians could win this. Oh, a flanking attack. Oh, they break. Over here, Württemberg doing an excellent job, has broken this entire flank. All that is left is this small little half army of Austrians. The artillery trying to get themselves away from this. I still think the French are going to win, and it will be a Rhinebund victory. But like I said, we will keep having to observe and watch here. Poor Frenchmen are dying fast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's like... Who truly would stand in a fight where you see guys dropping to left and right you so quickly? You know? Imagine being this guy. And you just like see the guys just dropping to left and right of you. Yeah, look at that.
Our men are running, sir.
I wouldn't stay in that either. Maybe this battle would have gone different if Liechtenstein's general had not been killed so early on in the action. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Who knows? The rallies and the inspires that Liechtenstein can give would be huge. And his army would probably have done maybe a little better. I feel like still Liechtenstein did very well in that fight, considering there was no general. Let's see if Vendôme can finish this battle with help from Eugene and Massena. They have LLCs, so still 24 minutes remaining though. Coalition could run for the LLCs, but I think right now they're just trying to survive. There's no point in running the LLCs and get chased down and wasting everybody's time. So, maybe. Maybe not though. Maybe the coalition will. It is a tournament battle after all. This is one of the best battles I've seen of this season so far. I mean, there's been a couple, but this one definitely is up there. And this poor guy's getting shot in the back as they're retreating. Rough life right there. Look at them. They just keep dropping. Ooh, these guys are dropping too. Oh, the artillery's firing. Canistering this Austrian line. Oh, the canister right before they charge. That may be it. That's gonna break these guys. Unless maybe they're like the Deutschmeister or something like that. Oh no! The artillery for France! Ooh, guys. That maybe, no, maybe not. It stopped them from firing though. They're gonna get back on the guns as quickly as they can. I can only assume they'll get back on the guns as quickly as possible. Still, yeah, Württemberg is still very healthy. The guys. Some Austrians coming in from two sides at once, looking to sandwich this small Usian force here. Look at the general. He's going to get himself involved.
Our men are running.
Look at him. Wait, which one's the general, actually? I don't know. France trying to survive. Württemberg trying to help their allies as quickly as possible, but this battle is quickly coming to a close here. Ooh, Yuzhin runs. Is one of these guys the general? Is guy the general? Nope. General got away. Well, that's probably him right there. Yeah, that's him. Desperate times when you throw in your general's staff. Oh, cavalry from Austria going for one last attempt.
Our men are running first.
Trying to go for Vendem. Austria's gonna break before they make it. Yep. Wait, what? Württemberg still lost their general? Yeah, they still lost their general somehow. Despite that, they still lost the general. Oh well. They should be able to hold. They have enough LOCs. Brave men can maybe hold this line. This is intense. Now I see how the kills were so close. It's literally coming down to like 5 or 6 units on each side. They firing. Man. Ripped the third line infantry. Oh, we got another general going in. Let's see if he goes for an Austrian jet. Nope. Oh, man. This is it, guys. This is the last of the UK generals plus the last Austrian line. And this will be a Rhinebund victory. Albeit very hard fought, very, very bloody. Look at these general staff going at it. Look at them. It breaks. Hope is still alive. More than we could have hoped for. Haha. Alright. Well, it just crashed. So, I'm just gonna pull up the results here so you guys can see. I'm not fast forwarding the whole battle just for the last second. So sorry if I didn't see, you know, the kills of one specific faction, but all right, let me pull up the results here so you can see on the Imperial side, you have Rad. He was playing Württemberg, got 850 for the kills. You have Kajetan with 1586. He was playing 11-point Eugene. You have Uzo, 7-point Bernadotte, 735 for the kills, and Imbrazer as Messena with 1672 for the kills. On the other side, you have Salzburg, He was playing Liechtenstein 11-pointer. He got 1592 for the kills without no general. Still did quite well. You have Grouchy. He got... Where is it? Oh, yeah. He was Ludwig, 6-point Ludwig, 540 for the kills. You have Stan as 7-point Hope with 861 for the kills. And you have Perius with 1830 for the kills, and he was playing 10-point Hiller. So you can see, guys, look at that. 8, 8, 15, 15, 16, 18, and then 5 and 7. You know, there was a slight difference, but still, man, I was matching up the kills for each side, and I was like, man, these are really close. Like, really close. But obviously, if you've seen the battle, you know, you can see why it was so close. It came down to the wire, the last couple units left, and, man, at the very end, the Rheinbund clan got the victory. Pyrrhic victory, but a victory nonetheless. So well done to them. And well done to the other side, Templars, for fighting very well. Losing a general that early on. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, I will catch you all in another video.